fine. Looks kind of like a sexy pose though.
Thank you.
Can I move it like so it doesn't look like a Playboy stance? There you go.
So this is Rolling Lake and cooking up some dinner. Ronald. Try to steal my stick. What? Hey? What the? Hey! Okay, so we're in Donald Lake.
Ronald!
Take 18. We're in Ronald Lake.
Off Donald.
Okay.
You're close to McDonald.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out where I am. I have no idea where I am. I'm Donald, whatever lake. I'm in the Halliburton Highlands Waterway Trail, and I thought I would take a side portage into a tiny little pond, and it's a nice pond. It was not an easy portage to get here. Taking a route from the Frost Center through the Waterway Trail up into Plastic, Herb and Gun, then portage out of the park into Quigmaw Lake, going up the huge staircase, golden staircase portage into these massive white pine on the southern border or southwestern border of Algonquin Park. Going into Algonquin Park through Dividing, I think, and Smoke Lake into Canoe Lake. And this is all part of a new trail idea. The idea of connecting a trail system from Toronto all the way up through to Algonquin Park. And this is the canoe section, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to canoe it. However, this was a bad decision today. I was in the Herb Gun Lake area and really nice lakes, but I thought I'd get away from the busyness of there because it's a weekend. And I booked a site into Donald Lake, and the guy giggled when I made the booking. And now I know why, because well, the portage is up a hill, and it's also through this. It's late. It's mid-September. It's getting cold, but I do have my hobo stove, and I'm loving this thing. I'm more of a gas stove kind of person. I've been slowly switching over to stick stoves. I started off with the Kelly Kettle stove, really liked it, and really excited when Kelly Kettle came out with a hobo stove, because the idea behind the hobo stove is that the Kelly Kettle is a chimney stove, so it really works. In fact, actually, I think it works. It's the best stick stove out there because it boils water around the perimeter like a chimney, and boils water really quickly. But it is bulky, so doing the portage today, yeah, I wouldn't want to carry it. So I did bring the hobo stove with me. The hobo stove is part of the Kelly Kettle stove, but you don't need to bring it. So basically what you can do is just bring this part. I mean, this will cost you $19 in Canada, and it fits on the base plate of the Kelly Kettle Scout or Base Camp, not the Trekker. Maybe hoping next year they'll bring one out for the Trekker. The Trekker's a smaller Kelly Kettle, so it's not as bulky, and that's the one I usually take on canoe trips, not the Base Camp or the Scout. But really, all I'm doing lately is taking the base plate of my Scout Kelly Kettle and bringing my hobo stove with it. And yeah, I'm blabbing on too much. I'm not sure why I really like this. Like for stick stoves, yeah, it's goods and bads. You got to make sure there's ventilation. You got to make sure there's a breeze going through here. You can tell right now it's not igniting too quickly because there's no breeze right now. I put it in too much of a little cubby here. But yeah, you got to make sure it's always aerated. I think that's why the Vital stove works so well. I've used a Vital stove before. It has a fan in it, and I love that stove. The only problem is the fan sometimes didn't work. It needed batteries. The wire always kept falling apart. Whereas this, it's actually, really, here's a good thing about stick stoves. Nothing's going to happen to that. As long as you have dry tinder, and I'm talking about the tinder around the campsite. Like, I don't have to go back in the woods to look for campfire. I just have to go around and look for this around the campsite, and it's all over the place. And you get that going, and you make your meal. Do I bring another backup stove? Absolutely, because if it downpours rain, like it did last night, then you're stuck sometimes getting this thing going. So I'll either bring a white gas stove, like a MSR Simmerlite, or actually I've brought the what's it called, the Jetboil. Brought the Jetboil, or actually the one thing that really works well with this is the Trangia stove that goes in here. It's alcohol-based stove, so I brought both of them, the alcohol stove and then this, and pretty cool. And hey, get out of my stick! Here, one stick. Let me get this air going here to show you how good it is, because it doesn't look like it's much right now.
Are you shooting CCTV?
I am. Whole TV series on this stove. Here we go. Okay. So that's all it really takes. All right, going back to just basically the basics. A stick stove is really good to have. The disadvantages, hey! Till the dog takes my stick and another stick. There. Oh! The disadvantage of a stick stove, if it downpours rain all the time, I know people actually will take a little bag of sticks in their pack. That defeats the whole purpose of using stick stove, to reduce the amount of fuel you're taking for a regular stove. That's what I think. That's why the alcohol-based stove, the Trangia stove with this thing works pretty good, or even the jet boil with this works pretty good too. You know, forget the whole thing. Why I like this? This is my mini campfire. Okay, I can cook on it. I don't have to have a huge bonfire going to try and cook a meal, or I don't have a loud stove hissing away. I have this little thing. I've got my dinner going, my little mini campfire. In fact, after I've done the dinner, done the dishes, I take this thing off and just have a little fire to myself, and I just relax. I love it. It also, I don't know what it is, it smells really good. It reminds me of the fall fair. It reminds me of steam engines. It must be the, whatever it's, I don't know. It just smells nice. Oh.
Would you like 15 minutes alone with your stove?
It's my wife. We're she's in the background making fun of me, blabbling on. My daughter's in the tent. We're actually on Ronald Donald something Lake. Beautiful pine around here though. I don't know.
Bye.
Yeah, I think I'm done. I think I'm out of battery and film, because this is take 19 of something, whatever, of my hobo stove from Kelly Kettle.
Buy one.
Buy one. Yeah, well, you can do whatever you want. It's not a review. I just got to say I like the thing. I do. I really like it. I'm relaxed.